Hello, this is Christy Strickler for Get It Scrapped. In this video, we will give you ideas for including trendy Easter eggs into your scrapbook page storytelling. Easter eggs are not just little plastic eggs that children hunt for in the spring. They are also a way that you can incorporate a nod to current trends into your scrapbook pages. You can share little quirks about the times and about current pop culture. These nods or inside jokes are often referred to as Easter eggs, and you've probably seen them, though you may not have realized it. You'll often find them in computer programs, video games, movies, and books. Our creative team has made pages that are not specifically about a celebrity or a fad, but they do incorporate a nod to some of them and also to current pop culture events. Let's check out how our team has placed some Easter eggs into their scrapbook pages. Our first example of an Easter egg comes in the form of popular song lyrics. Kelly Prang says, "My youngest daughter loves Starbucks and she has a long list of items she wants to try there." And that's really what this page is about. My daughter is also a huge Taylor Swift fan. In her song, Blank Space, there is a line that is often misheard. Many people think she is saying, "Got a long list of Starbucks lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane." The line is actually, "Got a long list of ex-lovers." Now I can only hear Starbucks lovers when I hear the song, which is approximately 43 times a day thanks to my youngest. The misheard lyric was the perfect title for this page about my daughter. Our next scrapbook layout is an example of how you can use a catchphrase from an actor to inspire a title. Deborah Hunt says, "My son was showing a goofy side of himself in front of some friends. I don't often get to see that side of him. He's usually reserved in front of me when his friends are around." I gave a nod to the actor Matthew McConaughey and his catchphrase, "All right, all right, all right," with the title of my page. Matthew McConaughey gives the appearance of a laid-back kind of guy and uses this phrase often. I thought his manner fit with my son's sunglasses and peace sign. I rendered the title with 3 different alphas that grow from small to large to represent momentum in the statement. In our first 2 examples, with the song lyric and with the movie catchphrase, we find that the nod or the Easter egg is from current pop culture, but you can also take something from your past and incorporate it into the storytelling for the present. And we're going to see that in this next layout with Jennifer Kellogg. She uses an iconic book from her childhood to tell about her trip with her daughter. Jennifer Kellogg says, "This page is about a trip to New York with my daughter for college visits and of how terrible our hotel was. When I was little, New York was where Eloise of the Eloise books by Kay Thompson lived. In Eloise's world, New York is elegant and sophisticated. Our hotel was neither of these things. I placed a small image of the Eloise book cover on the page and used colors pulled from the book jacket. This page brings together my memories from reading the book with our experiences at the hotel." So we're beginning to see the Easter eggs develop into something more complex. They can be as simple as you want them to be, inspiring something like the title or part of your story, or they can actually influence the page design. We saw that on the previous layout in which Jennifer used colors from the book she was inspired by to create her layout. This next layout takes it even a step further. Carrie Eric says, "This layout documents the recipe of a special tea that helps us battle the cold season." Patrick Stewart is an actor who has a knack for turning up in viral videos. His role on the iconic Star Trek series is one of the reasons he's beloved by his fans, and his many catchphrases as that character are still repeated today. Those who know Stewart's work will easily pick up on the nod to him in the next page. I played on his role as Captain Picard a few different ways. The design is a nod to the uniform he wore. The title is part of one of his catchphrases, and the first letter of the first few words of my journaling spell out Picard. So 2 things going on here. I mentioned that the Easter egg is influencing the design. So she chose the uniform that Captain Picard wore. If you're inspired by an actor, you can choose some of the clothing that they wore from a movie or from their own personal style. If you're inspired by a book or a movie or even a music album, you can take colors or motifs from those things and put them into your layout. Also, very important, you can have more than one Easter egg. There's no design rules when it comes to Easter eggs. You can have one or you can have as many as you can fit in there. Our last layout shows how you can be inspired by popular games from a specific time period to create Easter eggs for your layout. This particular layout focuses on a video game. However, you could also use board games. Amy Kingsford says, "This page is about celebrating my son's progress in school and how proud we are of his hard work. I blended together a picture of my son with a fun brain graphic, which was originally meant as a more serious design choice, but I couldn't help but think of the game Plants vs. Zombies every time I thought of the word brains. So I gave a little nod to the popular game by bringing in a blended screen capture, a variety of plant embellishments, and of course our little zombie friend peeking in from the right. I also added a special little joke just for my son in the journaling." That's something you want to note. Easter eggs don't necessarily have to be a pop culture reference that everyone's going to get. It can be a specific note targeted at your family members. And the great thing about an Easter egg is that it can inspire their memory. It'll sort of jog their memory so that they can get a more in-depth feeling about the scrapbook layout that they're viewing. Now, on the previous layout by Amy, I mentioned a video game from a specific time period. I want to clarify that just a little bit as you're looking at all of these pages. Whatever the pop cultural reference is doesn't necessarily have to be current. So if you're doing a layout, say for your grandmother, and it comes from the 1940s, you can use pop culture references from that time period. If you have a person that you want to create a layout for or about, you can even interview them and find out what their favorite things were growing up. Favorite books, favorite movies, favorite poetry, favorite music, and incorporate those things as Easter eggs hidden within that page about them. What I also want you to remember is that not every viewer has to understand that there is an Easter egg on the page. It's very likely that they're going to view your scrapbook layout and they're going to enjoy it for what it is. It's a beautiful scrapbook page. What you need to think of the Easter egg as is that it's a bonus. It's an added bonus if the person understands the reference and it adds a little more meaning to the layout, but otherwise your layout is going to be fine just as it is. It's going to be a beautiful and wonderful scrapbook page for you to share. These scrapbook layouts originally appeared in a blog article for Get It Scrapped. You'll find a link to that in the notes for this video. For more inspiration, please visit getitscrapped.com/blog.